All right, Sean Wong. Carl Hangai Yahaba Shimyao Shai by Shinra Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great men zone Ruel Shah Wans and 144,000 and 1/3 remnant men when the children of the whole foundation Wong. All right, coming back at you with part two. All right, part two of the lesson that I was just putting up. That was my fault. Cut off. But anyway, let's get the scriptures. All right, so like I said, I was just gonna make this short and quick, and that's okay. You know. Anyway, let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Alright, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. Straight to the point, man. Straight to the point. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? So these shelves are gonna pretty soon be empty, man. Okay? Not just with the the noodles and stuff like that, man. With the pasta, everything, man. From milk, bread, eggs, everything. Okay? Let's read this again. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22 again. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The store, it's not the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? Food shortages. Verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound when every man heareth. They shall be suddenly afraid, man. When you hear us warning you about what's coming, you should be afraid, man. You should be trembling. Because, hey, we're in those times. Okay? Verse 24, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run, man. So, pretty soon, friends are going to be fighting each other like enemies over food, man. Okay? And it don't matter if this government reopens. The damage is already freaking done. Okay? The damage is done. Okay? So without further ado, let's move on. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians 5. And let's start at verse. Let's start at verse 1. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But other times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemiah Shai so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay? Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, all right, and other news, all right, they say Trump's supposed to be sending out $2,000 check to every American citizens, all right. So that's part of peace and safety, all right. Telling you everything is gonna be okay when everything is not okay, man. The economy is done. America is done, man. Babylon the Great America is finished, okay. There's no saving this place. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a woman upon as a trip. Let me read that again. Getting tongue twisted. Snarky. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So look, the plagues are not slack, man. Okay? America's still gonna be destroyed. This place is still finished, and Trump can't save it, man. Okay? Trump can't save Babylon. Babylon is through. Let's go to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. And let's start at verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shemiah's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. The nations are tired of Babylon, man. Okay? Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaching unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So there's no saving this place, okay? The damage is already done, man, okay? And let's say the government does reopen back up. Look, what's that's gonna help? Okay, nothing. They're gonna do something else. Okay, because hey, these devils in Washington, okay, especially the elites, what they're trying to do, they're trying to create chaos so they can bring forth the order. They're trying to create order out of chaos. Okay, that didn't work, so they're gonna do something else. Watch and see. Before this before this year out, man. 2026 is gonna come in with a bigger bang, man. They gonna do something else. And 2026 is gonna be much, much worse, man. So we don't have long here. Okay? So we don't have long. What else? But we see the prophecies are coming to pass, man. Let's get this one last scripture. And I'm gonna close it out. Let's go to second Israel. Because there's no turning back, man. Okay? There's no turning back at all. Okay? No turning back these plays, no turning back the prophecies. Let's start here. This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay? So we're in the beginning of evils, man, and nothing's going to turn back. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and angers are sent as scourges for amendment. Excuse me. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. 2/3 are not paying attention. Okay? Yeah, you going to get your little SNAP benefits and all of this, but, okay, but what about for December and going into next year? Okay? Excuse me. Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yeah. And that's going to continue to happen, man. Okay? Evils are going to continue. This devil ain't through. Okay? These devils are not through, man, with you Jakes, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? This devil's going to bring something else. Okay? Because, like I said, this devil is trying to create chaos so he can bring forth an order. Trying to create order out of chaos. They ain't done yet. Okay? So, this is why we say never trust thy enemy. Okay? Let's read verse 22 and 23. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. A lot of folks are going to die of starvation. Okay? When there's no more food on these shelves. Okay? Verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Okay? So this ain't over yet, man. Okay? Like we read in First Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when it shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come. So we're in that time. Something else is going to happen. So with that, I'm going to end it here. I pray this lesson was edifying and straight to the point. Call him like how about Shemiel Shai by Shimmer Kakwadash. It's on to the next one. Shalom. Kwame Yasharala. Why about the ball? Shalom.